So here we can see how we do some fillers. I'm busy injecting one of our staff, and basically we're working with some fillers under her eye. It is important for us to place the filler at the correct level of the skin. Also to make sure that we're not too superficial so that we don't create bubbles or the Tyndall effect, which is that blue hue that you can sometimes see in people's faces. The thing is, when you're nice and deep, close to bone, it flattens, it's protected by the layers of skin, and it's easier to hide the actual presence of filler. The idea is not to take these circles and make them non-existent. It's just to improve them. Over time, you could get to a position where it doesn't look like you have any circles, but it has to go slowly. You have to work with your skin, you have to let it integrate, and as it integrates, you will be able to work in different layers of skin to make sure that you get the right amount of filler into the skin. So this is why we like to go in stages, and if you are an existing patient, you'll know that I usually advise people to come back multiple times instead of trying to fit too much into your skin at one go. And this will always give you a much more natural result, but also allow us the time to let everything settle and integrate so we can work with how the filler will actually look instead of how we think it's going to look. You know, it's the same thing with many of our treatments, but especially when it comes to little integral areas like the eyes or the nose. Because of the way our brain works, it picks up small changes in these areas quite quickly. And if we don't take care to do it with the correct amount of attention, you can actually end up looking quite funny quite quickly. But the way that we work, going nice and slow, gradual, this will protect us. It will protect the patients from looking fake, and it will make sure that we also don't experience negative side effects. So one of the things we posted the other day was about the total number of patients we had seen over the years, which is close on to 60,000 treatments without having suffered any of the negative vascular occlusions. And I think that one of the reasons is that we have a focus on safety. We make sure that we always inject small amounts, low volume, low pressure, and in the correct angle and correct layer of skin. We are working on some new techniques and some new products, as in machinery, to enable us to do better injections and safer injections. But where we can reduce risk, we'll reduce risk. And the problem with putting too much filler in at once is that you can create a situation where there's pressure, if you can imagine, pushing from the outside of a vessel, even if we haven't injected into a vessel. So that's why going slowly, little bits at a time, will protect the patients from negative outcomes. You can see there's a lot of molding. We take our time to make sure that the result is perfect. And that's kind of what we mean when we say art meets science. The science is mainly in the products and in the safety of injecting, but the techniques and the molding and making sure that everything looks appealing is where the art comes in. And I think that's something that everybody who works in aesthetics needs to develop, make sure that their brain is aimed at an artistic outcome. I'll be honest, I didn't have a plan when I started recording the voiceover for this video, and I think it hasn't gone too badly. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed watching how we do the fillers. Just so you know, this was sped up to double speed.